Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Today is a very special day. It's Thursday. I'm in Cornwall. The sun is shining. Climate change is working its magic. And we have a beautiful day ahead of us. However, it could about to be ruined because I am on my way to pick up a brand new Ford Capri EV. I know, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done because I'll tell you for why. Ford sent me a thing saying you could win a Ford Capri. Just take it for a 1 hour test drive and you'll be entered into the draw. And I thought, this is a gift from God, isn't it? What possible reason would I have not to do it? So I'm on my way right now. Hopefully, I mean, provided I get in there and the bloke behind the desk isn't one of my subscribers, I should be fine. So here goes. I'm going in. The next time you see me will hopefully be stood outside of a brand new Ford Capri. How exciting. Well, I went to the dealers and being the celebrity that I am, I was recognised instantly. You know, I literally can't go anywhere. So, unfortunately, who am I kidding? He didn't have a fucking clue who I was. Here she is, look, one Capri. Oh dear. Well, let's have a look around it, shall we? Well, let's start at the front. God, it's boring. It looks like the Explorer front because it probably is. It's not inspiring so far, is it? Look at the wheels. There they go. 58-inch some sort of thing that they insist on putting on electric cars. I'll never understand. The one thing that I do like, right, look at this. That's like proper 80s Capri writing. That's probably the only nod to the original Capri that you could get out of this car. Yeah, it's difficult to find words. It really is. I don't know what to say. I don't even like the colour. But nevertheless, this is the premium. This is 340 brake horsepower. This is what it looks like inside. Got a nice bit of quilted leather. I do like quilted leather. There's the dash. Got big telly. Tiny telly. Really don't like the tiny telly. The actual dash itself is just like every other milk float. It's as dull can be. Seats are nice though. Armrest is nice. 2 cup holders. What's it like in the back? Oh, salesman's shirt left in the back. I don't know whether that's an optional extra or whether it comes with it. 3 seats, yeah, all the same. Nice sculpted seat back. Reminds me of Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. That's my instant thought to that. Yeah, it's just now you may recognise some of these fittings, like that window switch and this grey here, this grey plastic. You may recognise it from such videos as the VW ID5 because this shares a platform with the VW ID5. In fact, Ford have just nicked it. And I noticed it as soon as I got in because the salesman said, oh, here look, this is how you change gear. There's your gear stick there, look, and you twist it left and right. I said, oh, like an ID4. And he said, oh, funny you should say that. This is based on the ID5. The Explorer's based on the ID4. So, my heart sank because I hate the VW. And I thought at that point, oh God, I'm just driving a VW ID5. I hate VW ID5s. Oh, shall I go for the Explorer? That's an ID4. That's even worse. Apparently it's because Ford haven't worked out yet how to hide batteries underneath their platforms. So they're using the VW running gear for it instead. If I turn this around, You can see it, that window switch right there is straight out of a VW. So here we are in the Ford Capri VW ID5 hybrid electric thing. So far, so dull. But what's it like on the road? There's only one way to find out. Right, here we are. We are out on the road. First thing to say is, just like every other milk float, when you put your foot down, it does go. In a silent way, but it does go. And it proper pulls you along. It's not the fastest. It's not inspiring. But, you know, if you want to get in a car and it accelerate quick, it does the job. It has to be said. I've noticed that the steering wheel is virtually square. And I never noticed it before. It doesn't make any difference. It just is. But what does make a difference is that the entire thing is laid out exactly like the VW. It's virtually no different. Oh, Christ. Picking up from 60 to 70, it pushes you back in your seat. I'm saying something positive about a milk float here. Pay attention. And then that's where the positivity ends, really. It's just so dull. You want to get in a car and you want it to get your juices flowing if you're a woman, and you want to get a bit of a semi if you're a man. Well, you jump in this thing, you're going in dry and flaccid. First time I've ever used my favourite word in the English language in a video. But yes, this car makes me flaccid. There. Look it up if you don't know what it means, floppy. I'm just overtaking a tractor. That's pretty much the highlight. I mean, it does everything. I'm struggling. I'm struggling because it's not a Capri. This is the main thing. There's no smell. There's no texture. There's no taste. There's no sound. You know, like people say, oh, that's sensory overload. Well, this is sensory underload. It doesn't give you anything. I just came up with a brilliant analogy that I can't use. But in my head, it's genius. But I'm not going to use it because I think even that is... No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to... It involves doing... Right, work it out for yourselves. It's unresponsive. You're not getting anything back from the car. Much like my analogy in my head. It's just... I don't know how to describe the feeling of nothingness. It just... Because that's all it is. It's just another generic car. Well, we already know it shares a platform, so it is a generic car because it's exactly the same as the VWs, which don't sell very well and aren't very good in the first place. What Ford? What were you thinking? And it just, this little dash thing here, everything's too small. I know it's just like a little set of clocks, but it just, well, put it on the big telly, because the big telly has just got a big radio thing on it. It doesn't actually serve any purpose, and there's no other buttons. Oh, what's this here? Oh, yeah, the volume button's down here, just like a VW. Well, slidey thing, what's that do? What does that do? Nothing. Oh, there's a button down here, I don't know what it does. I'm pressing it, nothing's happening. Weird. Oh, I'll have to look that up. I'm sure it's meant to bring like a lid across there or something. Oh, it's got, what's that? It's got a plastic trough in there. Yeah, well look, I'm going to drive a bit further up the road and see if I can get some inspiration. Right, I've had a moment of inspiration. So I've pulled off the dual carriageway. What I'm going to do is see if I can find the rarest of rare beasts. see if I can find an original Capri somewhere so that we can compare and contrast. Now this is Cornwall and people are quite eccentric, so I'm hoping, you never know, I might come across one. Because if we can compare the new and the old, then that, you know, gives you a point of reference then, doesn't it? Instead of me just driving this generic piece of electrical engineering around the streets of Cornwall, let's see if we can find something to compare it to. Right, so here we are, just driving randomly around the streets of Cornwall with me wobbly. Oh, what's this? I appear to have found a Mark 1 Capri. I mean, what are the chances of me driving around in a new one and finding an old one just in a lay-by on the side of the road? How fortunate. Let's go and talk to him. Hello, random stranger that I've just met on the side of the road completely by accident. What's this?
Ford Capri RS 3100.
Mark 1.
Mark 1.
An incredibly rare beast.
Yep.
So, let's compare the two. I mean, for a start, look at the bloody size difference.
Yeah.
This is the first time in my adult life where I've got to say mine's bigger than yours. I mean, look at that. That is a thing of beauty. Yes, viewers. We shall do a separate video on this car because it needs it. And he's got more. But there's the old Capri. There's the new Capri. Old, new. Old, new. It's crap, isn't it? I'll just give you a quick glimpse at the interior here. It's been lovingly restored. Look. Ah, smell it. I appear to have found the most immaculate Capri in Cornwall, if not Britain. Jesus, Rob. This is proper concours-y stuff, isn't it? They've just been down there, now they're going back up there. Look at that. So this is a 3.1 V6?
Yep.
That is a 340 brake horsepower sewing machine. That is an engine. Yeah, we definitely need to spend more time on this. I've had to run away. It was just too depressing. I couldn't cope with that any longer. When I'm in this and he's in that, and you think, where did I go wrong in life? And I just thought the comparison was there. It needed to be made, and I think you'll find we have made the comparison. So I've decided to, much like a News of the World reporter, make my excuses and leave. And I'm going to have to go back and see that bloke on a separate date and have a chat to him about cars, because he's a fascinating bloke and he appears to have more than one car. But for now, we drive the streets of Cornwall. Oh, there he goes. Oh, what a beautiful thing. What a beautiful sound that was. Oh, marvellous stuff. And that, you see, is the difference. When he drove past in his Capri, I had genuine excitement. I was no longer flaccid. It made a noise, there was sound, there was action, there was feeling, and there was emotion. None of which I feel sat in this car. None of it. And that's the problem. And I don't think it's going to matter. What? Oh, I mean, there you go. I like to do the, you know, as it happens live type thing. And that was as it happens live. Just amazing. And now all I've got to do is take this back and let the salesman down gently by telling him I hated it. I don't see the need to dress it up. It's awful. It just, as I said before, it has nothing. It gives nothing. It takes nothing. It just is nothing. I mean, it's obviously not a Capri, is it? We've just seen what a Capri looks like and what a Capri should be. and that wasn't it. Oh, anyway, so in conclusion, if you want to buy a Ford Capri, I suggest you save up a bit more, go and see him and attempt to buy that, because you ain't buying it for the same money that you're going to pay for this thing. And the difference is, in 3 years' time, Rob's Capri will be worth even more. This will be worth 70% less. That's just basic economics. So if you want a Capri, go and buy yourself a classic Capri and enjoy it and smell it and hear it and feel it and taste it and love it. And if you just want a generic box, well, no, you still don't buy one of these. Go and get a Volvo XC40. There is no reason whatsoever. There's no nostalgia involved in this. There's no anything involved in this other than nothingness. What? Just no. So in conclusion, either buy a classic Ford Capri or get a train or a bus or a bike. Get an electric bike. Anything. But don't buy a Capri. Oh, I so hoped that I would like this car. I really wanted to do a positive video and go, come on. This is what it's all about. Yeah, I'm starting to change my mind. I'm starting to see what milk floaters see in it. I'm getting it. I ain't getting it. I am not getting it whatsoever. I don't think I ever will. But nevertheless, we'll carry on. We'll keep test driving the bloody things. You never know, I might find one I like one day. But I'm not hopeful. I'm not optimistic. I am, in fact, the opposite of all of those things. The new Ford Capri. It's not a Capri. Actually, it's not even a Ford, it's a Volkswagen. The new Volkswagen Capri. Don't buy it. Future my horse.